Well, hello and welcome to A Word in Season. Today there are two biblical images on my mind that I trust will be a word in season for you. The first image is that of walking. Now, walking is one of the main images in the Bible for describing the Christian faith. The Christian life is characterized as a walk, not a sprint, but steady, joyful progress in the right direction. The second image is of a fire. Now, fire is one of the images in the Bible that depicts extreme hardship. The Lord doesn't promise exemption from troubles and difficulties in this world. In fact, in the scriptures, it's not if, but when. And Psalm 23 brings these two images together when the psalmist says, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, you are with me." See, the promise is not immunity from difficulties, but that the Lord would be with us as we walk through difficult and challenging times, and that the Lord will be working out good in our lives if we allow Him. Now, in 1 Peter chapter 1, Peter says that the difficulties we face and the associated pain as we walk by faith is like a refining fire. He refers to these difficulties as trials. And the Greek word for trials here means learning the nature and character of something, a proving up to see what something is made of. It's the nature and character of our faith that is being proven or tested in the midst of extreme hardship. Now, the fire in your life at the moment might be the loss of employment, or loneliness, or anxiety, or uncertainty, or loss of wealth, or a broken relationship, or disappointment, or bodily sickness. See, these are the fires Peter speaks of. And fire has the power to either destroy or improve, depending on the nature of the object in the fire. And Peter says that these trials or fires have come to prove up the genuineness of the character of our faith, which is of greater worth than gold. You see, adversity is like a fire, which does not destroy you, but refines you and strengthens you and beautifies you. Well, Simon, how does that work? It's so painful. Well, I believe it works like this. You see, gold is a precious metal. And if it's put through fire, it softens, but will not be destroyed and reduced to ashes. However, gold can contain impurities, which can be removed by being burnt away. See, the fire tries to destroy the gold, but only succeeds in making it more pure and more beautiful. See, you and I are like gold. We're gold with impurities. So you are gold, you're precious, you're valuable, you're loved, but you're not yet perfect. And you are being transformed to be more like Jesus. See, believe it or not, we all have blemishes in our characters that we might not even see, but they kind of darken our lives and actually harm other people. See, we may be too harsh or too timid or too fragile or too impulsive or too controlling or too angry or too unreliable or too talkative or just too close to others. Your faith might be largely in your head, not in your heart. There might be things in your life competing for first place in giving you the satisfaction or the significance or worth you desire. So you might think you're doing well because you're more kind of hardworking, or you're more loving, or you're just better than other people. And when difficulties and challenges come our way, these impurities in our lives are drawn out by the trials, just as fire draws impurities out of gold, out of our unrefined gold. You see, that's why Peter is encouraging us in our various difficulties not to give up hope, but to commit ourselves to God, who is with us and is at work in us, turning that which is intended for harm to work good into our lives. See, it's not the fire itself that makes us better, but knowing Jesus personally in the fire. See, as we exercise faith in him, we discover our faith is of greater worth than gold. Suffering can either refine us or harden us, draw us closer to God or send us away from God. See, our being refined is dependent on walking with God in the midst of our difficulties and pain. Knowing that Jesus passed through the fire of all fires for you when he went to the cross and secured for you an inheritance that can never perish, spoil, or fade. And through faith in him, you're shielded by God's power. So as we rest in Jesus, our pain and suffering will work in our lives like fireworks on gold. It refines and it purifies. See, Jesus loves you and loves me as we are, but he doesn't want us to stay as we are. May the Lord bless you richly as you look to him in these days. Amen.